Hey crystal lovers, Ashley here with the Love and Light School, and today I want to talk to you about the healing properties of iolite, a crystal for guidance and direction in your life. So I like to kind of always work with a little affirmation when I work with my crystals, and the one that really came through for iolite is this: I allow myself to be guided by the positive energies around me and within me. And this really kind of speaks volumes to how we can work with the energies of this special crystal. So if you're not familiar with iolite, it's this beautiful deep indigo crystal. And this one actually has some little orange flecks in it. You can kind of see a little bit of glittery appearance to this crystal. And that's because it has some sunstone in it, believe it or not. Sometimes you see this crystal paired with sunstone. And on occasion, you can see this really clearly, like this one, where there is a large orange area. You can see that nice shiny spot paired with the iolite. Now, iolite aids in providing you with direction and guidance in your life, both physically and spiritually. So it can really help you make the right decisions about your career path, about things that you need to do for self-care, but also provide you with that sort of spiritual guidance and direction. And it's not coming from the stone itself. It's really more about connecting with your higher self, your intuition, your inner knowing, and divine source energy. It also instills hope during difficult times, which I think we can all use a little bit of right now. And this is one of the reasons I was so called to share about this crystal with you right now. It also promotes feelings of peace, calm, and tranquility. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, a little bit lost in a sea of decisions or obstacles or challenges, iolite provides that sense of peace and calm and clarity that you need to make important decisions, to receive guidance and tune into your own inner guidance and move forward. It also helps with communication to your inner self so that you can better understand how you're feeling about things. And I know this is something many of us struggle with. We don't have a lot of clarity on how we feel, or if we're lucky enough to understand how we feel, we might not understand fully why we feel that way. And so iolite helps you really tap into that, particularly when it contains that beautiful sunstone, because sunstone is related to the sacral chakra, or home of our emotions. So this combo in particular is perfect for that. Now, it also works as a companion for journey work. So journey work mean any kind of journey that you take in the astral realm, dream journey, astral travel, as well as meditative journeys, journeys that you take through your conscious mind, through things like journaling. It really helps bring everything to the surface so you can understand it better. It also heals and aligns your body, mind, and spirit. So if you've been feeling a little bit too much up in the clouds or a little too grounded, not quite connected with spirit, it just helps bring these back into balance. And it also provides you with a deeper understanding of your life path. So if you're kind of at a crossroads or you're not sure what you should be doing, because it has this ability to help connect us with our own inner guidance and providing us the direction that we need, it's great for figuring out your life path and taking those next steps. It also helps you circumvent obstacles that you might face in the future. So because this is really one about planning, about moving closer to that life path, vision, and journey that you have yourself, and about inner guidance, it helps you circumvent or navigate around obstacles and challenges that might stand in your way. So it's an excellent companion crystal for this, and I really recommend just carrying a little tumbled stone or piece of this crystal in your pocket so that you have it as a reminder for taking a moment to go within, to pause, and connect with yourself while you make these important life decisions. Now, it also encourages strength and courage, and this really comes from the connection that it has with the Vikings, which we'll talk about in just a little bit, and it helps you trust the important messages that you're getting from your intuition rather than second guessing them. So many of us are given guidance by our intuition, but we either don't recognize it or we don't trust it and we tend to ignore it, kind of second guess it based on what our conscious mind or logical mind is telling us. And the important thing to know about your intuition is it important to listen to your logical mind? Of course, common sense goes a long way. However, your intuition is what kind of fills in the gaps because we only know what we know and we don't know what we don't know. So by allowing your intuition to kind of fill in the gaps, it helps you make the best decision you can for yourself. Now, it also encourages you to kind of step out on new paths and get excited about exploring new realms. And this also has to do with its history and use by the Vikings, which I promise we're going to get to really quickly here because it is super exciting. Now, you've probably seen this crystal, it ranges from this kind of cornflower blue to a deep indigo. It's just a beautiful color crystal, and it's associated with the 5th chakra or throat chakra and the 6th chakra or third eye chakra. It connects to the zodiac signs of Sagittarius, Pisces, and Cancer, and it really works to enhance the attributes of these signs while reducing the negative attributes. So really enhancing the positive qualities of these signs and then playing down the not so glamorous traits. It connects with the elements of water and air. Water, because it is so closely related with the intuition and the emotions, and air because of that ability to provide clear thinking in the mental aspect. Now, it has a companion essential oil, which is blue spruce, a companion crystal, which is pyrite, particularly for enhancing that courage and bravery quality, and a companion flower, which is squill, and the Latin name of that is scilla. Now, it commonly originates in Tanzania, India, Myanmar, and Austria, but it can be found in many places all throughout the world. It's also known as water sapphire, cordierite, and Viking's compass. Now, the name water sapphire is a little bit of a misnomer. It's kind of misleading because it's not actually a sapphire at all. And in fact, this kind of goes back to ancient times where just about any blue stone was referred to as a sapphire, just like many red stones were called rubies, even if they weren't. Now, iolite is also known, as I mentioned, as the Viking's compass because it can be used to determine the position of the sun on a cloudy day. It has an optical property that's called pleochlorism, which basically means that the stone takes on a completely different color depending on the direction of the light that's illuminating it. So if you rotate the crystal one way, it looks blue, and if you rotate it another way, it gets a lot paler, taking on almost a clear quality. This is usually best seen in some thinner slices of the stone and can be difficult to notice in a thicker piece or a tumbled stone. So how the Vikings use this is even on a cloudy day, light always comes from the actual direction of the sun, right? That makes sense. So a sailor on a Viking ship could find the sun's position in the sky by positioning the stone at various angles until the right color appeared. And by knowing then where the sun was, they could figure out their own position and navigate where they were going. So on a Viking ship, the crystal would actually be set within a marked frame in a specific location on the ship, and then they would know what color they were looking for to head in a particular direction. This would help the navigators determine where they were going. And this is one of the reasons that we use this crystal in modern day for guidance and navigation of our own lives. It's kind of a metaphor. So a crystal like this one that has these Norse runes connected with the Vikings can actually be used for divination. So you can take a stone like this and cast it, and then whatever of these symbols or runes appears on the top, that is the one that's there to give you guidance and kind of lead you in the right direction. But if you want a simpler form of divination, if you don't have a fancy tool like this, you can use iolite still to help you make important decisions or guide you in the right direction. So basically, if you want to try this practice, you write each of your options or different paths that you could take on a piece of paper, and then you hold the iolite crystal over each different option. And wherever you see the most intensity of color coming through, that's your sign from the universe that that is the right option, the best path for you to take or consider to take at this time, and can really help you in making decisions and choices. So a really simple form of divination that you can do with iolite. I hope that you enjoyed learning all about this amazing stone. Until I see you next time, I'm Ashley Levy at the Love and Light School. If you want more great information about crystals like this, please follow me on Facebook or on Instagram at Love and Light School, or subscribe to me on YouTube. I can't wait to see you in my next video. Until then, crystal blessings.